Intermittent Fasting, a comprehensive guide to time-restricted eating. Introduction. Intermittent fasting has emerged as a significant dietary approach that focuses not just on what to eat, but when to eat. This eating pattern has gained substantial attention in recent years for its potential benefits in weight management, metabolic health, and longevity. This comprehensive guide explores the science, methods, benefits, and practical implementation of intermittent fasting. Understanding intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. Unlike traditional diets that specify which foods to eat or avoid, intermittent fasting focuses on timing. This approach aligns with historical human eating patterns, as our ancestors often went through periods without food due to food availability constraints. The science behind intermittent fasting. When we fast, several significant changes occur in our bodies at the cellular and molecular level. During fasting periods, insulin levels drop, facilitating fat burning. Human growth hormone levels increase, supporting cell repair and metabolic function. The body initiates cellular repair processes and changes the expression of genes related to longevity and disease protection. Metabolic changes. During fasting, the body transitions through several metabolic states. After depleting glucose stores, it begins to use stored fat for energy through a process called ketosis. This metabolic switch typically occurs after 12 to 36 hours of fasting, depending on individual factors and activity levels. Hormonal impact. Fasting influences various hormones that regulate metabolism, hunger, and satiety. Insulin sensitivity improves, potentially reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. The body also releases norepinephrine, which can increase alertness and maintain metabolic rate despite reduced caloric intake. Popular intermittent fasting methods. 1. The 16/8 method. This approach involves restricting daily eating to an 8-hour window and fasting for 16 hours. For example, eating between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., then fasting until noon the next day. This method proves particularly popular due to its sustainability and alignment with natural sleeping patterns. 2. The 5-2 diet. This method involves eating normally 5 days per week, while restricting calories to 500 to 600 on 2 non-consecutive days. This approach offers flexibility in scheduling fasting days around social events and work commitments. 3. Eat Stop It. This method involves 1 or 2 24-hour fasts per week. While potentially more challenging, some individuals find this approach simpler to remember and schedule around their lifestyle. 4. The warrior diet. This method involves eating small amounts of raw fruits and vegetables during the day and 1 large meal at night. This approach attempts to mimic ancient warrior eating patterns. Health benefits of intermittent fasting. 1. Weight management. Intermittent fasting naturally reduces caloric intake and enhances fat burning through hormonal changes. The restricted eating window often leads to consuming fewer calories overall, while the fasting period promotes fat utilization for energy. 2. Metabolic health. Research indicates that intermittent fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and enhance metabolic flexibility. These changes may help prevent or manage type 2 diabetes and other metabolic disorders. 3. Cellular repair. During fasting periods, cells initiate repair processes called autophagy, where old and damaged cellular components are removed. This process may help prevent various diseases and support longevity. For brain health, studies suggest that intermittent fasting may support brain health by increasing the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which supports neural health and may protect against neurodegenerative diseases. Implementing intermittent fasting. 1. Getting started. Beginning an intermittent fasting routine requires careful planning and gradual implementation. Starting with shorter fasting periods and gradually extending them allows the body to adapt to the new eating pattern. 2. Choosing the right method. Selection of an intermittent fasting approach should consider individual lifestyle factors, including work schedule, family commitments, social life, exercise routine, personal preferences. 3. Nutrition during eating windows. While intermittent fasting focuses on timing, nutrition quality remains crucial. During eating windows, focus on adequate protein intake, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, fruits and vegetables, proper hydration, safety considerations and contraindications. Who should not fast? Intermittent fasting may not be suitable for pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with eating disorders, those with certain medical conditions, individuals taking specific medications, people with a history of hypoglycemia, potential side effects. Initial adaptation to intermittent fasting may involve hunger, irritability, reduced energy, difficulty concentrating, headaches. Optimizing your fasting practice. Exercise considerations. Physical activity can be maintained during intermittent fasting, but timing and intensity may need adjustment. Some individuals prefer exercising during fasting periods, while others perform better during eating windows. Hydration and supplements. Maintaining proper hydration becomes especially important during fasting periods. While fasting, individuals can consume water, black coffee, unsweetened tea, electrolytes when needed. Breaking your fast. The method of breaking a fast can significantly impact its benefits and your comfort. Consider starting with small portions, choosing easily digestible foods, avoiding very heavy or rich meals, initially including protein and complex carbohydrates. Long-term sustainability. Lifestyle integration. Successful long-term implementation of intermittent fasting requires realistic scheduling, social support, flexible adaptation, regular evaluation and adjustment, monitoring progress, track various markers of success, physical measurements, energy levels, sleep quality, mood, athletic performance. Conclusion. Intermittent fasting represents a flexible and evidence-based approach to eating that may offer numerous health benefits. Success with this approach requires understanding its principles, choosing an appropriate method, and implementing it thoughtfully and gradually. While research continues to reveal new benefits and applications of intermittent fasting, its effectiveness ultimately depends on individual implementation and consistency. As with any significant dietary change, consultation with healthcare providers ensures safe and appropriate adoption of intermittent fasting practices. The key to success lies in finding a sustainable approach that aligns with your lifestyle, goals, and personal preferences. When implemented properly, intermittent fasting can become a valuable tool for improving health and maintaining a healthy weight long-term.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Support to me.